Welcome, one and all, to probably one of the most interesting events that iRacing has ever hosted here so far. Aside from the actual Indy 500, this is the Indianapolis 50, or in most cases 500X is what you could call it, the 50X. A bit of a test event for iRacing in general, so it's going to be quite interesting. We have a full field of 33 drivers here today. It's going to be absolutely amazing to watch. So I'm going to swap over the sound in just a moment, so quick second. Apologies for that, but we are green and underway here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A few technical errors, not sure what happened there. My microphone cut out, but we are still underway, and we'll get the sound back up as quick as possible. 3 wide, there's action all over the place. My goodness. Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, everybody. Side-by-side, fast-paced action down the back straightaway they come. Single file for relatively the most part, aside from this huge mid-pack, basically just a very staggered 2x2. Not sure what is wrong with the sound, but don't worry, that's also on this end as well. Just not really sure what to do about that as of right now. Found the problem. Looks like everybody sorted themselves out. So we're underway. Bradley Smith has taken control of the lead as of right now. Mark Backham in second place, with Marco Aurelio Brazil in third place. And well, now that's going to be a battle for second place now. There goes at number 2 to second place. Crossover possible. at the speed as they head down the back straightaway here. 231 miles an hour is what this number 1 driver of Graham Bunyan has peaked at. He's only in 5th gear at the moment. For second place, protecting the lead is going to be Bradley Smith. As at number 2 has looked to the outside on the back straightaway, front straightaway, heading into turn number 1. Next in turn number 2 is going to be a place to watch. Right now, position to watch is definitely going to be the lead to the inside. Goes number 2 of Brazil to the lead. Ironically, this driver Marco, he actually is from Brazil. He did start first car in the wall off the back straightaway, off of turn number 4. Not sure who that was, unfortunately. Bradley now looking with the crossover into turn number 1. Since I was a little bit busy trying to get the thing to work, I am Gary Weaver. As right now we have a pass for the lead. Once again, these drivers will not stop swapping positions back and forth. It's probably, what, the 5th time these drivers have changed position? 4th time in 1 lap, no less. Here comes Bradley now back to the inside. An onboard look at the lead battle here. This is very, very exciting. Only 5 laps into this race, no less. Again, there goes Marco Brazil to the inside, a little bit wide it seems, returning to number 3, but he did seem to do okay, so we'll see if Bradley can catch back up and right on board with him. Oh yeah, he's going to catch up. He's in 6th gear now. 235, 6 miles an hour, just barely at one moment. Very spread out top 7 here. This is their 7th place driver, James McClure, here in this number 15. Caution now on the raceway. Sounds like a big wreck, and here's one of them. The 26 of Bob Martin is one of them. Their first caution here today at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the Indy 50. Going to check out what the heck happened here on the back straightaway. In fact, Bob Martin had gotten involved in a wreck from the number 32 of Chuck Chambliss. Taking a look at the replay now. Chuck Chambliss right there into the outside wall, heavily at the outside wall, almost getting hit multiple times. Someone else clipped him right there, and it was too much. Here comes Bob Martin in there. Wham! My goodness. Jesus, he just went over somebody. I'm pretty sure right now it is safe to say that Chuck Chambliss is unfortunately out of this event right now. We are currently under caution here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. First yellow flag of the day, drivers heading into pit road. Going to see how many takers there are here. Or not, apparently my overlay does not want to work out with me. Oh, duh. So multiple drivers getting lifted up on the Jackson pit road. Looks like pretty much the entire back half of this field. Multiple drivers leaving pit lane right now. Again, back half of the field, which is quite interesting, especially since we only have 42 laps to go. Right now we are riding on board with the pace car. Look at them doing this job. And yes, we have an in-car pace car camera, because why not? Figured we'd do something. This is one of them. Right now we're riding on board with Bradley Smith. In fact, Bradley Smith and Marco Aurelio have done both an amazing job at swapping the lead multiple times. And apologies and the correction. No, I was actually correct. Marco did start first. I was about to say, the highest position is not the starting position. We're going to keep an eye on the pace car this time around. Lights are out. Question is double or single file restarts, and our question is being answered single file restart. Smart move. So again, you are watching the Indianapolis 50, or the Indianapolis 500 with an X. Whatever you want to call it. I'm still not sure. It's called the Indianapolis 50, so that's what iRacing decided to name this event, as a little bit of a test event for the Indy 500 to see if these servers can take the entire load of every single driver, or should I say multiple drivers, loading into multiple servers of the same event. I have to admit, it's a very smart move and very clever, and I love it. It's absolutely amazing to watch already. So this exciting event is about to get back underway here with 40 laps to go. Again, I am Gary Weaver, having so much fun commentating this. So had to wake up at about 6:30. Wasn't fun. But hey, this is worth it. Pace car pulls off, hard left-hand turn. Going to take a look at our grid camera as they head back to green. And the crash already in the back. Huge accident. Somebody got a little bit too eager. Going to see what the heck happened, as the leaders barely got into turn number 1 as that crash started happening and the caution came back out. Looks like it happened around, this is on board the number 28. We're going to see what happened here. Oh, just got completely rear-ended, unfortunately, and that's the cause of the caution. Luckily, it's only one driver, but we're going to see what actually happened here, as there's somebody else in the back that I mentioned. Again, you got too eager, and then things like this start happening. He sees everyone else go, and just doesn't let up. That's what you have to be patient for. is on board, number 18 of John Keith, and completely destroyed the back end of 28, unfortunately. So back under caution, didn't really get anywhere, unfortunately, aside from about maybe a good 100 or so feet. Still unsure about that. Number 2 is actually heading into pit row. That's Marco Brazil. Nope, never mind. Playing off that cone, playing off those cones very interestingly, I should say. So you can see the position of these drivers on the driver's left-hand side. Pace car lights, are they still on or off? They are still on. So we're just going to match the pace car lighting just a little bit. And maybe not, as everything else has decided to completely temporarily brake for about 5 seconds. Don't worry, that's on this end. Nothing for the broadcast. So that is still a-okay. Oh, while we wait, we are going to head out to a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back here with the rest of your Indy 50 event here on iRacing. Stay tuned, as this is going to be very, very exciting.
At the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMerritt at the line.
So we are back now here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What? Lights on the pace car are off. We're just about ready to get back going underway to green flag conditions. You're watching the Indianapolis 500X or 50. I think 500X sounds a lot cooler, but then again, I think everybody would just assume that would be 500 and then the X right beside it, not really the Indianapolis 50 with an X over the last 0. Anyway, 36 laps to go, and day tonight is most likely going to be released this year. I'm calling at least probably the June build, or maybe, oh gosh, what is it, June, July, August, September? Either June or September. It's been a year already, surprisingly enough, actually. But aside from that, we are ready to get back going underway here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Pace car makes the hard right-hand turn. That's an incredibly wrong button. Green flag is back out. People getting too eager again. A huge accident on the front straightaway. Oh my goodness. Multiple drivers. Someone did a catch fence, pit road, 4 or 5 drivers involved. And flips back over onto the front straightaway. And can somehow slow it back away. My goodness. Remember what I said about getting too eager on the restart? That's what I meant. At this rate, we're going to be here a while. Cautions are long enough. We don't need them to be a lot longer. We're going to find out what happened, and oh hey, guess what? Same thing happened again, and somebody got too eager. Oh man, somebody really brake checked, and that caused everybody else to go and brake check. I believe that was the 19. Heavy impact. That's the incredibly wrong button. Right, that's the last time I named the camera the same button as the overlay. This is the camera that I meant to do. Goodness. I'm going to take a look at this multiple times since we have about, say 2 minutes per caution lap. We have more than enough time. We're going to find out what exactly happened. Sorry, that was not the number 19. That was the number 10, I believe. We're going to double check that and make sure. We're going to take a look at the number 10, the red car just behind the black car, the number 15 black car in front of the blue and white. If you see them, just in front of that little post there. That's number 10. I'm going to keep an eye on him, but we are focused on the driver that was right behind him. So the 10 starts to go, brake checks, everyone else gets involved, and the number 19, that was right in some way, takes a wild ride into pit road. Lands right side up. Gonna ride on board, so that's gonna be very interesting. But first, we're gonna take a look at the number 6 of David Henger, who unfortunately was at the. Well, he was doing okay in terms of restarts at the very least. Didn't quite work out. See, he waits a second, almost makes it through. Oh, somebody blazed him through there. That's, from a driver's perspective, that is ridiculous and completely uncalled for. Especially if there's a wreck in front of you. Why would you blaze through there? That's my question. So, still under caution, and hopefully we killed enough time to hopefully get this last lap of caution. Nothing with the race itself, and unfortunately this is about 3rd or 4th caution spent under yellow. We have spent the majority of this race, I should say, under yellow. First 5-lap run, it was great, and then we just had cautions pretty much ever since, caution on restarts, I should say, ever since lap 6 or so, at least whenever we went back going green, so about lap 10, when we started having these, this string of cautions. Unfortunately, it's just from people getting too eager on the restarts, which, from a driver's perspective, is something that you don't want, and especially from me, at least a broadcast or commentator's perspective. Seriously, what the heck are you doing? That's my question overall. Pace car lights are out, so hopefully we can sort everybody out. Hopefully all the people that have gotten too eager can realize that there's no need for that, and that things take time, and there's a slipstream on these cars, so you can use that to your advantage. 33 drivers entered this race, 26 are still on track, minus the 3 drivers that are in pit road at least. But physically on the racing surface, yeah, that would be 26 drivers. 32 laps to go when we hit the green. If we ever hit the green for longer than probably 100 meters, I believe is the most that we've gotten. At least all the way up to turn 1 for Bradley here. If this keeps up, Bradley's going to have an amazing win, but I'm pretty sure Marco Brazil is, at least Marco Aurelio, not going to count him out. These two drivers have had an amazing battle in the first 5 laps, within the first 5 laps even, once everything sorted itself out. Drivers kept swapping position lap by lap. We're going to try this all over again. Hopefully we can get back green and get a good run going here. Coming out of turn number 4. Pace car getting ready to make its hard left-hand turn. Pace car to pit road. Green is out. And we are back underway. Bradley has gotten an amazing jump. Single file for the most part. This battle is for the 8th place position. It's the brewing battle as of right now. Last time I trust this at all. That lap car right there. Yep. Position number 25. Taking up position 25, I believe that's the number 20. It's number 28 there. A pass for the lead. At number 2, Marco Aurelio is back in the lead once again. There's Bradley Smith now down to the inside. Look at Mac, he's actually using the slipstream to its advantage, but also he doesn't want to get involved with this battle. And so Street Drivers has swapped positions many times throughout the course of the race. There's Bradley Smith now back to the inside for the lead once again. Moving the back for 4th place. It's going to be Michael Peters now to 4th place. Especially as of right now, a little bit of a slight drop down. Expected crossover. Number 11. No, 3 wide it's going to be from James McClure. No, he decides to stay behind. Number 11 of Pashalis Gurgis. I believe he's actually in the iRacing Drivers, or the iRacing World Championship Grand Prix Series as well. So it's exciting to see him here. Emphasis on those, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm wrong. Right, got it. Never mind. Different driver. For the lead again, though. Bradley Smith in the lead. Starting to see a pattern here. 28 laps to go. These two drivers will not stop swapping positions. I don't think they want to. At this rate, we'll be seeing about 28 more lead changes, and that's just at the start-finish line. So Bradley's either backed off, or he's just letting Marco run away with us for the moment. Down the front straightaway, there goes Bradley down to the inside. Or the lead again. Now these drivers are exchanging positions in at least turn number 1. Yellow out on the raceway. That's going to be for the number 5, flipping wildly in turns 1 and 2, or between turns 1 and 2. And lines upside down. Driver's number 5 of Sam Kataku's. Apologies if I most definitely mispronounced that. Driver tab, have fun reading that. As we are going to see what happened here. Oh, got heavily into the outside wall. I have never seen that before. I wonder if he got so much into the outside wall that I'm not really sure what happened, to be honest. I'm going to see what exactly happened. I'm going to view this in slow motion. That's Sam. Kylie Kuznos on the outside. Gets tight in the corner, just exiting the corner, heavily into the safer barrier. Completely goes up off the ground. And about 200 miles an hour, no less. Breaks the front wing. Oh my goodness. Pretty sure 23 had fun seeing that. Number 23 of Callum Lucas. Going to ride on board with a 23 here in just a few moments. That's both a magnificent sight and most likely also a very scary sight. Especially if you're coming up on the end of the wreck. We'll see what it looks like from Callum Lucas's on board. Oh, goodness. Right now, multiple drivers in pit road. Pretty much the entire field now at this point of the race have went to pit road and exited out. So we have a huge change on the leaderboard here. Now your driver that's currently in the lead is going to be this one, the number 3 of Ivan Pangrazio. Then we have Vincius Gotardello in second place, and then Chris Fontanini. I read this before the race and I still can't pronounce this, so yeah, it's Chris Fontanini. So he is currently in third, Mark Dillon Jr. in fourth, fifth, Bradley Smith. There he is. Got Mac Beckham in sixth, seventh, Michael Peters, eighth, Michael Aurelio. In fact, we can take a look at your entire field as of right now while we still have the chance. In the most simple way possible, looking at the results. Provided they cycle through, we're going to wait till they cross the start-finish line again. Nope, yep. Okay, we're going to wait just a little bit here. As these results update every time these drivers cross the start-finish line, so not 100% in real time as of yet. Still waiting for the drivers to cross the start-finish line, and it should reset now. There it goes. Right, so we have in first place Ivan Pangrazio, Vinicius Tardello, Chris Fontanini, Bradley Smith, Backham, Michael Peters, Marco Aurelio Brazil, Dave Walsh, Mark Dillon Jr., and Pechilis Gurgis in your top 10. Mark Chorley, Daniel Johnson, Callum Lucas, Emmanuel Gallinier, Joey Fatout, Omar Ali, Martin Thielgaard, John Keefe, Bob Martin, and Pajero Shiba in your top 20. Ernie Ludwig, Lucas Modinger, James McClure, Marcio de Branca, I believe is how you pronounce it, in 24th. Tim Cotanuzios, unfortunately out of this race. David Hanger, also out of this race. I believe, nope, correction, he is still on track. James Lamb, Gabriel Perez, David Sorzano, Alberto Ribeiro, your top 30, and Felipe Leon Solano, Chuck Chambliss, and Graham Bunyan, your entire field. And you're watching the Indianapolis 50 here on I was about to say iRacing Live. That's going to be an unintentional force of habit and a random force of habit that I just now had. Lights on the pace car are out. And see if Bradley Smith can get back to the lead. He's currently in 4th place as of right now. And there's arch enemy, if you will, Michael Aurelio is in 7th. So we're going to see what these drivers can do. Hopefully they don't get too eager on the restart. There goes Ivan. Green is back out. That's the wrong button again. Already Bradley's making his move towards the front already. He's not waiting at any point whatsoever. There's Marco Aurelio in the back there. By number 14 of Backham. The current top 3 is going to soon be replaced by what was the former top 3. Calling it right now, but look at this gap that there is right now. That's not even top 3, I believe that's the top 2. Somebody's up there. They're not in the lead lap. You got first, second, a driver that's in track position third. Not essentially on the lead lap. And yet somehow still started with the leaders. Number 24, that's going to be number 28 of Marco DeFranco. Sorry, Marcio DeFranco. Look at how many drivers are playing follow the leader, almost quite literally, but definitely down the back straight, it's more than literally. That even makes any sense whatsoever, but Bradley Smith making his way back up. I was right when I said the current top 3 is about to replace the former top 3, but Bradley Smith is in top 3, so. Goes that number 2 now to 4th place. A little bit of a crossover expected. Nope, a little bit of a checkup now from Backham in that 14. Goes Bradley Smith now to the inside for 2nd place on Ivan Pangrazio. Almost a little bit of contact down the back straightaway. This time by now, 19 laps to go. Bradley Smith went low to get that slipstream, but didn't want to leave that outside lane open. Goes Marco Aurelio now to 2nd place, 3rd place I should say. Since he attempted to, he probably didn't. He probably pulled out of the slipstream just a little bit too soon, a little bit too early. Don't count that number 14, Mark Backham. He's still stuck with the top 3. Throughout most of the run. That was an amazing camera angle. I knew that camera was going to be more. I knew that camera was going to be coming handy aside from the grid, so that's a good thing. Goes Marco Aurelio now to the inside for 3rd place again. He may have it this time, side by side. Backham getting passed by number 11, side number 8 of Michael Peters. There's that position change for 5th place. Bradley Smith closing in now, and apparently Marco Aurelio may have found his match. And right when I say that, down to the inside he goes for 3rd and turn number 1. That seems to be the best passing opportunity. Now back up front. Vincius is getting chased down right now by that number 29 of Bradley Smith. It's looming in both of his side mirrors. A little bit wide went Bradley. You can see the top 4 have become essentially very spread out at this point. Going to zoom out here just a little bit from this blimp camera angle and see exactly how far is an insanely amazing amount right now. You can see your top 3. There's Mark Backham. Got 2 drivers on the right. That's 4th and 5th. Now it's just 4th place. That's Backham there. Sorry, that's actually Ivan Pangrazio. And behind Pangrazio is Peters. Yeah, how close your top 3 have become, though. All within slipstream distance of one another. Sorry if I said Mark Backham. It's Mac Backham. I have no idea why I say. I'm not sure why I want to say Mark Backham. Now Peters up to 4th place. Bradley Smith closing in, and Marco Aurelio getting that slipstream as well. In the process, as these 2 are going to battle it out. Problems for the number 30. He is in pit road. Not sure if that's accidentally related or not, but nonetheless, he is in pit road, and we don't have a caution. Flying a little bit wide almost. And Bradley Smith has found his match where he's letting the number 2 of Marco Aurelio catch up, but either way, Bradley's taking his time right now. It's 12 laps to go, however, and these 12 laps can go by quickly in about 30 seconds worth. A little bit of a fun fact, though, the last time these drivers went by the start-finish line, Marco Aurelio was the fastest out of this entire top 3. A 40.367 against Vincius. We got a 40.427, and then Bradley Smith with a 40.606. fastest time by Vincius was faster with a 40.5. Right now, the battle for first is going to become a battle for second. The time difference is practically identical now. Anticipation is looming right now. Bradley Smith had that lead in. Well, he reeled the leader in. He reeled that number 7 of Bartadello in, but he couldn't get that lead, unfortunately. So right now, Vincius is about to lead. Vincius is now on his 13th lap led as of right now. Bradley Smith has 17 laps led. I don't think Bradley Smith is going to be able to catch up. So now let's battle for first. It's going to become a battle for second. The question is when. Marco Aurelio could be going all out here in just a few moments. A little bit of a wider entry. But don't count out that number 7. You know, commentators curse, but why not? Can't count out that number 7 at least at some point going to be hitting the wall on the outside. That's what everybody does at some point. There are 8 laps to go now. The battle for second is still in looming distance, so we'll keep an eye on that and try and look around to see if there's anyone else in close battle. Nothing really happening, as everyone is pretty much spread out for the most part, except for this now between the number 15 and the number 23. 23 of Callum Lucas, 15 of James McClure. That is also a looming battle in the process. It's actually going on in front of them, however. Chris Fontane and... Actually, no, it's just Chris Fontane. That's it. My mistake. It's actually a lap down car. Still keeping an eye in terms of time. At least time difference on the top 3. No major change. Six laps to go now. Looks like everybody's waiting out their time to make a move for that certain position that they want. Especially if you're James McClure sitting right behind Callum Lucas. Nope, never mind. Lucas had a little bit of a wider exit, and the 23 had to check up. The 15 had to check up, I should say. Now down to the outside, actually. Up to the outside. Sinclair had a little bit of problems. Now it's going to get past about 27 of Omar Ali. 2 positions lost by Callum Lucas. Mark Backham is who we're looking at right now. He started in 3rd place, and unfortunately he's fallen back 5 positions now to 8th place. Back up front, nothing really has changed aside from the timing distance. It went from 0.4 seconds to now 1.4 seconds in just a span of about 3 to 4 laps here. 4 laps remain for this number 7. It's going to take us some time. Remember, about 40.6 or 40 or so seconds to lap. Now stretching to 41 seconds for a majority of the rest of the field now. 3 laps to go. Look at this entire pack of 3 cars, and well, to the outside goes number 9 of Daniel Johnson. Not the ideal passing place on the crossover. There goes Beckham now to the outside. This is for 8th place. And that just allowed number 10 of Chorley to pull away, or Chorley. Here comes Joey Fatal, but now to the inside for 8th place is going to be Daniel Johnson once again. Clears Beckham, not yet. Now clears Beckham. Beckham is most definitely going to be initiating a crossover here in just a few moments. To the outside goes Joey Fatal for that number 12, side by side to the line. Beckham's going to have to fall back almost into the outside wall. There goes Joel Fatal. Apologies for that. Now Joel has made his way up to Daniel Johnson for 7th place. Back up front, however, for the lead. It's pretty much over at this point for Vincius if he can get by these final 2 corners after this long back straightaway. Bradley Smith in 2nd, 3rd place Marco Aurelio. Both are there if anything happens. Vincius down to the inside of the lap car. Clean through turn 3. Turn number 4 coming across the start-finish line. If he can just make it without hitting the outside wall, will be the number 7 of Vincius Gotardello, finishing 1st in the Indy 50. Looks like Daniel Johnson will make his way in 7th, and Joey Fatal finishing in 8th. Anything for Mark Beckham to the outside, side by side for the top 10. That's definitely going to be James McClure. Sorry, that was actually for 9th place, but either way, rounds out the top 10, so we'll see that side by side in just a few moments. So congratulations to Vincius Gotardello in the number 7. That was an amazing performance done by a pit stop, no less, as well. If you can't do it on track, do it in pit road. Or do it on both. Any celebrations from the number 7? It's probably waiting. Nope, okay. That was absolutely an amazing, amazing race here today. I'm going to see what that top 9 battle ended out to be. We will see in just a few moments, but that was a amazing last-ditch effort by... Was that a lap car this entire time? That was a lap car this whole time. Oh, still watching this anyway. Remember, that lap car was number 22 of Chris Fontanini. Finished in 21st, but hey, we're still looking at this anyway. I thought that was poor position at the time, and if this was, number 22 would have been in 9th place. And cameras have decided to completely break for some random reason. Fixing that. Or we could just go frame by frame. Or not. Alright then. Not exactly sure why that has decided to happen. Fixed it, just a simple zoom out. Nope, never mind. That's actually a whole other thing. So by about an entire car length. That is an amazing pass. If only that was for position, I'm pretty sure that Chris would be so much happier. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for the Indy 50 here today on the Racing Line Broadcast Network. Vincius Gotardello rounds out the finishing order, finishing in first place. In fact, before we get to that, we need some background music here. Finishing in second place is going to be Bradley Smith after a dominant run for the most part, but 22 laps led goes to Vincius Gotardello. Bradley Smith gets 17 laps led at the end of this race, and finishing in third place is the number 2 of Marco Aurelio Brazil, who, again, ironically enough, is actually from Brazil. So we will be getting some kind of music in the background here in just a couple of moments. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. Should be fine. This is broken. Nope, there it is. Alright, a simple mute and unmute would have fixed that this entire time. That's something now that I know for next time. So, Daniel Johnson, Joel Fatout, James McClure, and Mac Beckham round out your top 10. Omar Ali, Callum Lucas, Bob Martin, Kajiro Shiba, Mark Dillon Jr., John Keefe, Louis Modinger, Emmanuel Gallinier, Ernie Ludwig, and Ivan Pangrazio round out 11th through 20th. Chris Fontanini, Marcio De Franca, Martin Teilgaard, and Dave Walsh, along with Sam Kalikuznos, still can't pronounce that correctly, round out 21st through 25th. David Henger, James Lamb, Gabriel Perez, David Soranzo, and Alberto Ribeiro round out 26th through 30th. Felipe Leon Solano, Chuck Chambliss, and Graham Bunyan, 31st, 32nd, and 33rd. Well, that pretty much does it here for this exciting event for the Indianapolis 50 here on iRacing. And next time we broadcast here on the Racing Line Broadcasting Network, will be on June 4th, which is a Monday, about 8 or so p.m. 8:35 p.m. Eastern Time is when it starts. Should have set that up beforehand. Thought I had it set up, but I didn't, unfortunately, so still rolling with it. This was a very exciting event, however, to watch, and aside from the restarts, everyone did a very amazing job, especially with the battle between Bradley Smith and Marco Aurelio. Vincius winning the race from pretty much a pit road strategy is absolutely very, very clever. Something that I have not really seen before, so. So, of course, before we wrap up here, again, our next race is going to be on June 4th for 100 laps on the iRacing League Canon Series here on the Racing Line Broadcasting Network at 8:35 p.m. Eastern Time. So we thank everyone that has decided to watch this race, and we will see you on June 4th. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.